Yeah, this particular trip is really important for the boys. This is their first opportunity where they get to really train and play in the high performance environment. They've been a part of the program now for a few years. This trip is really immersing them into what football will be like if they choose to progress down the pathway to play for Claremont, in 12 months' time. It's a really good opportunity for them to see firsthand what it's like at that higher level, and I suppose the different training intensity and the game as well for them to be a part of. These trips are simply not possible without key stakeholders and our amazing partners that we have with the program. And in particular for this trip, DDR Australia have made it possible by partnering with us as well. It really provide so much amazing opportunities for the boys to experience.
My name's Peter Cox and I'm the Aboriginal Engagement Manager with DDR Australia. Yeah, so the relationship between DDR, RC Construction and the Kimberley Spirit program is something that we truly value. We're proud of as a business to be able to be a part of something like this, and showing these guys the pathways available to them. Like we're doing that from an employment and a working point of view, trying to provide opportunities and show those guys the pathways, what that might look like outside of footy. Yeah, so today the guys got the opportunity to meet with our office staff, have a bit of a chat about their journeys and how they got to where they are today. We were lucky enough to have some pretty experienced people in the room to share their stories. And similarly, we got out to site, met with those more trade-specific roles, and they also got the chance to talk about their journey, where they've come from. I think the benefits for the boys today are massive. They learn a little bit about life skills. They get a really broad understanding of what it's like to work in office space and also out on site.
So we're here today learning off the boys, and we're just get a look around and getting a feel for what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. Seems good fun so far. I think the boys are learning quite a bit. The boys at the Kimberley Spirit will say the same thing. It's a good program. It gives the boys something to look after during the week. Working towards a goal that most boys want to make it to the AFL. So I think it's good it's a good program and it's good for everybody.
A lot of the messaging from a lot of the people that the guys met up with today was, I would imagine it's very similar at the Claremont Footy Club. Work hard, be prepared to make the sacrifices, and the world is your oyster and there is life outside of football. Yeah, look, I'd like to wish these guys all the best in their football aspirations. I hope throughout today you do understand that there are other options outside of football.
There's a range of activities that we do throughout the week. Obviously, Claremont plays a huge role in their match preparation with the boys as they join training and obviously play the game. And I think our role as a program is to make sure that we complement that with introducing them to what living in Perth will be like. We'll take them through to IYMP, which is a great education pathway. We've taken them to Rec Lab, which introduces them to the recovery side of the game. Do a lot of shopping, nutrition, fundamentally just learning to live independently, which at 16 is very new. You get the comfort zone of being at home with your parents. You come away to these trips and you've got to learn to sort of start thinking for yourself and really understanding the importance of being able to do that and still play footy at the same time.
Today we're at Claremont Football Club. We talked to Roger Hayden about our health and what we can do to better ourselves, and we met a few of the players.
Claremont Football Club play a huge role, really welcoming the boys at the top level.
We're at the Claremont Football Club. Came down to have a chat with Roger Hayden about the futures pathway.
Roger Hayden, the NGA coach, Simon Eastaugh, Millsy and Spilks, always amazing in their coaching, their education, and it's really, really good to have great football clubs with great cultures, really showing the boys the way of what they need to think about.
I reckon the best part about Kimberley Spirit is you get more opportunities to come and play and help you with your 40 makes you better in skills, fitness. I want to play for Claremont and hopefully make AFL.